What's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, then you're probably wondering, where the heck has this guy been at? Well, I've been around. I decided to step away from Hyrox for the last year, just to focus on different things, just general fitness. But to be honest with you, I really regret not doing Hyrox last year or the last season. I felt the difference in my training. I was still working out, but my approach to training definitely changed. It wasn't from a holistic standpoint that it should have been, and I knew it largely had to do with the fact that the one thing about doing Hyrox or even training for DECA or any other fitness event is it kind of forces you to work on your weaknesses, because you're going to have to, those are all incorporated in the fitness challenge. So if you're training for those events, you kind of have to zero in, even though you do your best to avoid it, you kind of have to zero in on improving your weaknesses. When you're not training for a fitness event, what you notice is that you tend to kind of fall into the trap of just really focusing on what you already like to do or what your strengths are already. And so you really don't improve on the areas that you're weak on. You just kind of maintain or strengthen the areas that you're already strong in, which really isn't that effective if you look at health and wellness from a holistic standpoint. So here I am, I'm back to do Atlanta Hyrox 2025. So this is the first episode in my journey to Hyrox Atlanta. Even though this is my first episode, even though this is the first episode, I didn't just start training for Hyrox, the Atlanta Hyrox. I've been training for it for several months. But I decided to do this series for a couple reasons. The first reason is because I noticed one thing on YouTube and on IG or all social media platforms. Anytime Hyrox is talked about, a lot of times people say, hey, you know what, Hyrox is for the normal average everyday person. But when you look at everything in regards to Hyrox, it's anything but that. What do I mean by that? When you say Hyrox is for the everyday person, but majority of the people you see on Hyrox or all the videos you see, they're not they're really in shape. All the people doing Hyrox are really in shape. They look like their bodies have been cut out of stone. And so to me, looking at it is not an accurate representation or accurate reflection of what the community of Hyrox really is. Because if this is your first time doing Hyrox, trust me, when you get to Hyrox, what you're going to notice is that a lot of the people at Hyrox, there's a lot of really in shape people, but you're also going to see a large amount of people that are just trying to get in shape, that doing a Hyrox event or any fitness event is just part of their fitness journey and a milestone in their fitness journey. But if you're looking at the YouTube videos, you'll think anything but that. So hopefully, if you're looking at my channel and you're watching my channel, hopefully watching my channel, you'll see, hey, this is a normal guy who's not doing workouts twice a day, who's not doing 2 a day, only has, 40 minutes to an hour in a day, not spending 3 hours in the gym, kids, a family, a job, the whole 9 yards. Goal is to do, at the very least, 1 video a week, kind of a recap video on my training. But I actually may do more based on the feedback that I get from the YouTube channels. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, definitely post some comments and let me know that you're going to see more videos, and I'll post more videos. Anyway, today's video, for today's workout, I did Sled. Today is a Saturday, and it's Sled Day Saturdays. So it's usually, Saturdays are usually the last workout day of the week, and I usually work out 6 days a week. I focused on, hold on. I usually train 6 days a week. I usually allocate 3 of those days to aerobic or building up my aerobic capacity. One of the days is usually Hyrox specific training, usually focused around my weaknesses, which are lunges, burpees, and the ski. Then one day I dedicate to upper body strength endurance, and one day I dedicate to lower body strength endurance. And then on the last day, I really just focus. It's really an off day or active recovery day where I do a lot of foam rolling and stretch. Today's workout, I did an AMRAP for 45 minutes. AMRAP means as many rounds as possible. And I did a cycle for 1600, tried to stay above 100 watts of power. I did 60 meter sled push, 60 meter sled pull, and I did that for rounds. And then my cash out was a 200 meter farmer's walk with 55 pounds on each in each hand. Well, it turned out to be a 60 pounds because the farmer handles that I actually use are about 15 pounds. So that was today's workout. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and I see you at the second video. Peace.